Hola, buen dia.
Today we're going to show you how we took this china cabinet and turned it into these kitchen cabinets for under 200 euros.
That's 100 euros a year because it took you 2 years.
We had to renovate a house first.
Oh, true.
So join us for a kitchen cabinet tour. 2 years ago, I found this china cabinet on Facebook Marketplace and convinced Grant it would be perfect for our kitchen, so we brought it home.
I thought she was crazy and called it the monstrosity.
But I had a vision in mind, so I sketched out my idea.
I got the gist, but I still thought she was crazy.
I found some inspiration photos.
And after shuffling it around the house for over a year,
I started upcycling it from drab to fab. Stay tuned to the end of our video for a cost breakdown and price comparison with prefab units. So we've placed our French cleat lined up with the one drill hole that actually went into cement in the first place, as well as with our line on the side where it needs to line up beside the hot water heater. And then we double checked with the level to make sure that our French cleat is level.
see the level?
And then we just mark all of the hole placement so that Grant can drill them out with the smaller drill for pilot holes. And then he'll use the hammer drill to drill it out to the size we need for the leg bolts. So Grant vacuumed all of the dust out of the holes, and he's now adding some of the T-Rex adhesive. Our friends are on their way to help us mount the cabinet on the wall, basically to lift it up and hang it on the cleat. So Grant is testing the strength.
It ain't going nowhere.
He's a little too tall to hang off of it, but yeah, he put his weight on it. It didn't move. It doesn't, yeah. It's nice and solid.
Hello.
Hi.
Are you just hanging out in the cupboard?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Testing how strong our French cleats are.
Are you now? Are you hanging off the cupboards?
Almost.
Did you refix the doors?
Yes. So that one fits. I've switched them because I got them on the wrong sides to start with. So I've switched them to the correct sides, and hopefully they fit now.
Okay.
So we'll see.
Moment of truth.
Moment of truth.
And they don't close.
It does.
Oh, nice.
Pretty good. Not bad. There we go. One down, 5 more to go. So today I'm adding these little pieces to the back side of this frame because at the moment I have nothing to attach our cabinet magnets to. So they need to be positioned roughly here. And it's into the nothing. So I need something to screw them to. I've already measured from the bottom of the cabinet to the metal piece is 24 centimeters. So obviously I don't want it to be up in this section, or I won't be able to attach the metal part to the door. So I'm just going to measure 24 centimeters up for the placement of this small block. And it doesn't have to be exact, but I want it to be pretty close so that everything is even. And I want the side that's painted green facing forward. So it needs to go right around there. So the glue is dry enough now that I can remove the clamps. We just can't screw the magnets to it until tomorrow. So I want to give it a full 24 hours before we add any pressure to it. But yeah, they're holding in place nicely. The glue is dry. We're just going to give it 24 hours to cure. So in order to get the correct placement of the magnet, I'm using a piece of wood across the door stops for the cabinet door. And then I'm butting this up against the wood because this metal piece will be attached to the cabinet. So I'm holding them just like that. Centering it on the little piece that we glued on. There we go. And then I'm just drawing. Can you get in here so you can see? I just put my pen in through the screw holes and drew a line. So that is our screw placement. There was a lot of cursing while putting the doors and magnetic fasteners on, and after fighting with the magnets for a while, I found a bag of screws that came in the packaging. So it went a little easier after that. Overall, not much footage from this step, but I think you get the idea. Screws might be in the way. Ooh. Still works though.
Good. We don't have phantom ghost doors anymore that just open on by themselves.
No, we don't.
Okay.
Yay. If you found our video informative, or at the very least entertaining so far, give us a like. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to leave comments below. We love to hear from you guys, and it helps our channel grow. I was hoping to get some kind of storage out of the two center drawers, but there's only 5 centimeters of clearance from the sink to the face of the cabinet. And once you subtract the thickness of the front and the back of the drawers, that leaves you with just over 2 centimeters of space. So I'm just going to attach them in the opening as false drawer fronts, like most of them are in front of the sink. I feel like this job calls for safety goggles.
Yeah, maybe a full safety suit. Don't cut your wrists.
Try not to. So our 2 center drawers don't have enough space to be useful, so the plan is to cut them to the depth of the framing on the front and then just attach them to the frame on the sides from the inside. And I figured the best way to get a nice clean cut is the table saw. So you see I've used my new favorite product, parchment paper, to protect the face of the drawer while I run it through so that the fence doesn't scrape any paint off. And yeah, we're gonna see if this works. Wish me luck.
Yeah, good luck.
Should I just flip it over and do this one the same?
Why not?
I'll need you to take the front piece when it's free.
Okay. I'm just going to stop filming then.
All right, so that is how they'll look. They still need one more coat of paint, and I'll attach the hardware before we put them in. But they look good, and when you look from the inside, you don't really see anything because it's flush with the cabinet. Not that you're going to stand on your head, but
You will.
I will.
And there's your trim glued on too from
Yeah.
11 o'clock at night.
And then I painted it at what time this morning?
4 o'clock this morning.
I couldn't sleep, so I sanded the wood filler that I used to cover the finishing nail holes and painted it at 4 in the morning.
Well, you are a genius.
Sure.
Or insane person. They're
Maybe
not
a
far.
little of both.
There's not far in between those two.
It's both.
Some lovely spacers you have there for your drawer, your
Thanks.
faux drawer.
Our kitchen cabinets are finally finished. And friends of ours came last week to help us mount the upper cabinets on the wall. It actually went smoother and easier than expected, so the French cleat system is highly recommended. You'll notice the upper cabinets have a slightly different style of hardware than the lower cabinets, and the reason for that is when we purchased the cabinet, it was missing one handle. So we decided it made sense to replace the handles on the upper cabinets and leave all of the lower cabinets the original hardware. And if you look inside the cabinet, you'll see all of the shelves are covered in a vinyl wallpaper, which makes it easier to clean and brightens it up. And we also have magnetic closures. So our cabinet is now cat proof because Drac likes to sit inside this cabinet. I turned the shelves in the center into spice racks. So I cut the depth roughly in half so that they're not in the way when you're standing by the sink. The original plan was to add slides to the drawers so that they are smoother and easier to open and close, but there is not enough space to accommodate that. So I did it old school and waxed the bottom of the drawer as well as the runners on the inside of the cabinet with candle wax. Added features like the wine rack and the trim underneath the countertop, as well as the trim that we added to the toe kick, have really helped to finish off the piece and tie everything together so that it gives it a nice seamless appearance. And I'm very pleased with how everything has turned out so far. We're still working on renovating the rest of the kitchen, but just finishing this one space has made a huge impact, and it's so much easier to prep and keep things clean and organized. So definitely going to be getting a little bit more creative in the kitchen when we're cooking. As promised, we'll go over the pricing, how we managed to do this for just under 200 euros. The cabinet itself was 80 euros on Facebook Marketplace. The handles for the upper cabinets were $6.99 for a set of 2, and the magnetic closures were $4.49 for a set of 6. And then you have all of your paint and primer and screws, a couple of small pine boards, and vinyl wallpaper. So I'll include that information in a spreadsheet up here so you can take a look at that. And it came to 199 euros and 40 cents. We priced out a similar configuration of cabinets at Bricomarché, and you can see in the spreadsheet here that for an equivalent configuration, so one set of double doors, 2 singles, and drawers on the bottom, and then 2 upper cabinets, it would come to just under 900 euros for a simple particle board prefab kitchen. So we saved almost 700 euros by using a china cabinet to build the cabinets ourselves. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this week's video. Take care, and we'll see you next week.
Okay, bye.